Drove past the Horton Pavilion about a month ago or 6 weeks ago, and there was, Violent Soho sold out. It's like, wow, you guys are.
We never sold out. What are you talking about?
Oh, well, those sellouts.
Psycho. It was Psycho.
Tell us about Waco, first of all.
The album.
Or the place.
1993 Texas City.
I don't know. It's like a follow-up to our last album.
Come on, you can do better than that.
Luke, this is Luke. Luke's got this.
Yeah, we recorded Waco much throughout 2015. Is that right? Yep. And it was a follow-up for Hungry Ghost.
Okay, I'm going to start this again. Tell me about Bryce.
Bryce.
Yeah. Who was the...
So Bryce was, we first met Bryce when we first started our band. So what's that, 2000? I don't know.
We first recorded with him in 2005, I think.
Which was a few years after we'd already started. And he's just this local producer who did a lot of punk bands. He had his own studio called Zero Interference. He's a massive Steve Albini fan. Yeah,
for people who don't know Steve Albini, he's an absolutely no compromises producer with a high level of technical efficiency.
And in saying that, the studio was called Zero Interference. So his idea was he does zero interfering with the band's process. He just recorded it live. And we started recording with him in 2005. Yeah. But he went out of business and went and started lopping trees. So we got him out on his holidays. He booked 4 weeks holidays to make our last album, and it ended up going pretty good. So we did another one, and we got him to do it again because, it's just, it works well for us, like not leaving our hometown of Brisbane. We like the humidity. It's good for Luke's voice.
There's some hindsight now because the studio, the shed that we were recorded in with a guy named Derek Mudge, plays in a band called Screenfeeder, is being knocked down in like a month. So we've done our 2 last records with Bryce and Derek in the shed in Albion in Brisbane, and we won't be able to do another record there, which is a shame. So yeah.
Why is it being knocked down?
The owners sold the whole lot. So
come on, mate, it should be a museum. It's fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's like a real workhorse of a studio. It was literally a shed. And it's a bit more common these days with engineers who don't have heaps of, millions of dollars to set up this amazing room. They literally rent out a shed and they build a studio inside it so they can get the right acoustics and build it with all the materials they like. And so he the guy who runs it lived there for 10 years and he hand built it. He literally built the walls. He put in the bathroom.
Piece by piece, everything, even all the processes and everything that's in the studio. And I mean, I guess that's the part of what we're attracted to the studio is that it's just someone from Brisbane, a local person's dream, to have this studio. So we just wanted to get behind it.
And local's the word. Local's the word when it comes to what we're doing, because we didn't expect to get to do Hungry Ghost, let alone Waco. So the best part about both those albums were that everyone who worked on it was from Brisbane, including the people that actually built the studio, the plasters from a Bunnings in Brisbane, quite literally everything. So, and it's really important to us because we grew up in a music scene where, there was no hope in this ever happening to us. There was, of course, Powderfinger and then later on a band like The Greats, but it's not like, it is down or was down in Sydney before they shut it up and Melbourne, etc. So, there was just no hope. And for our last record, which we keep saying this will be the last one, so we better do it, it's rad that we got everyone involved from Brisbane. So mixed, produced, mastered, engineered, recorded and played by everyone in Brisbane.
Also just people from the scene that we were from as well, when we started out, doing bands like Eat Laser Scumbag, Big Nasty, The Quickening, those are, and I said before Screenfeeder, it's great to sort of work with people who represent who are our idols in the local scene in Brisbane as well, from how we came through, even though that's a bit of a history now, that means a lot to us personally.
All right, questions down here. Angela.
Guys, given how hard it is to get one
what would you say to bands trying to crack it?
Well,
to the max?
I'd say don't. And the reason why I say that is because to us, trying to crack it, I think, is setting yourself up for failure. To us, like, we play the exact same show and have for 13 years, whether there's 330, 300, 3,000 people. And I think, like, the idea of success happened for us when we played Rick's in Brisbane, which only fits, well, at the time, 50 people. And it took us like 3 years to play there.
That was our goal. Yeah. And you will not believe how hard it was to get a gig at that damn fucking Rick's. But we did it, and we were happy. We were just as happy as we are now. Seriously, like.
Yeah, I'd love to say that, like, if you know, if you don't enjoy it, you know, get out of the way, basically.
Yeah. It's funny, like, we have bands now, you know, it's like, oh, how do you do it? How do you break through? And then we say, how many tours you done? Oh, not much, just did some local gigs. And it's like, oh, well, what you have to do is actually just do it. And they go, what do you mean? It's like, oh, you know, like, buy a band, get gigs,
house party.
Like,
literally anything that's available.
Yeah, people just expect it to be much easier than it actually is.
The successful thing in music.
No, you're right.
I was just going to say that it's what Ian Mackay, I saw him say this once and I 100% agree with it. It's the success in music is playing music and everything else is on the periphery. So if you're doing it, that's the whole point. So you're successful for doing it, even if you're just playing by yourself in your room.
The Violent Soho Guide to Success, the deep philosophy here this evening that we're getting. Quick question from down here.
Violent Soho, congratulations fellas. Jacko from Breckie Central. You talk about just like, this is our last album, this is our last album. You know, you work so hard. Was there a distinctive moment when you all gave each other a phone call, you're in a room going, holy crap, I think this is going to be it. I think we have got pushed the envelope far enough. I think this is going to go somewhere. Was it that Rick's value?
Dude, we expect so little that just then we weren't even there to receive the award. So, no.
It was a real Spinal Tap moment trying to work our way back to the stage.
We're sprinting, trying to work out what level the shows the things on. No, so there's never been that, you know, for us. We're downstairs having beers, celebrating, like, just playing and how psycho it is, and, you know, celebrate afterwards, like, you know.
So it could be right now.
Yeah, it just happened. When we were just like, what the fuck?
There was a moment we always kind of go back to where after we put out Hungry Ghosts, our last record, it was Falls before Big Day, and there's, like, we literally played Falls Festival for maybe the second or third time, I think, and we were further down, like 1 PM, and so we said, oh wow, we're back here in the same spot, and we're actually being given a worst time slot, sweet. So, but we didn't, you know, it didn't phase us, we're like, oh, that's what you get. But then when we walked on, you know, there's a full tent, it must be over 10,000 people or something. And so we looked at each other and we're like, oh shit, we should have practiced last week. But it was, that was a moment where I felt like, wow, I think it's obviously, and it wasn't just the how many people, but it was the way they'll sing the lyrics, like, it just felt like it had made a connection and absolutely resonated with people, which we hadn't seen before at our gigs, so it was really awesome.
Okay, one more question, guys, from down here. We're going to get a question from the computer.
That quote CONGRATS comes on the ARIA. Just want to say your hands also nice. What would use or can recommend?
Question of the night, what treatment do you use in your hands? Hair.
I've washed my hair for a year, actually.
Yeah, grapeseed oil and coconut oil. There you go. Yeah. I haven't had a haircut in 7 years. I just brush it once a week until it snaps and it stays the same length.
I heard that thing about how where you don't wash your hair, it's like good. It's like how it's like you weren't supposed to use shampoo, so I just stopped washing my hair. I haven't washed my hair for a year. I just have a brush, and it's doing okay. Hot water gets rid of all the shit.
Guys, with your up and down and keeping going in the second album, like when you joined IOU, was that a bit of a turning point for you, and what did they bring to the table that got you the focus you have today?
I think it was a major turning point. Not that we realised at the time, but it was kind of like, because we've been around so long before and have been given like a shot and already been nominated for ARIAs and all this sort of stuff. I think, you know, Robbie was probably on Triple J when all that was happening. And then,
long time ago.
Yeah. And then, but with IOU, like, you know, he was known for picking up and comers. Johan was known for up and comers and being on, like, you know, what's the new sort of thing. And like, we were such old news. So I think like it was, you know, he took a real big, chance in signing someone that the industry not only was bored with, but thought there was no sort of chance or future with. The turning point I think that happened is because like our friends DZ Death Rays were on the label. We wanted to sign with them just because our mates were on there and having a real good time. And
yeah, well, Yoey's best mates with our manager Yates, like, so we were already real good mates with him. So we just wanted to work
but
with
I
him.
think Johan to the younger audience as well. Like,
Yeah, and I think Johan's the only person. I remember calling him about Bryce, doing a Bryce Moorhead before, and saying, "Oh, I think we found someone that we want to record Hungry Ghosts with," which was then Untitled. And he goes, "Oh, who?" I was like, "Oh, this guy called Bryce. What does he do?" He goes, "Tree lopper." I was like, "Oh, sweet. Can you give me more info?" "Oh, he's recorded like what bands has he recorded?" "Oh, Dick Nasty, Second In, never heard of them." "Yeah, but we still want to use them." And he's the type of guy who just kind of goes, "All right." Went to Gudinski, got the funds, got the money, and just said they might create something awesome. They've been around a lot. So, there's that type of label's harder to find these days as the money keeps seeping away from all the labels, to just have that blind trust and go for it. And really credit to Johan to absolutely just let us do it the way we want to do it, and it worked out.
You're not really like your formulaic studio style pop group, and I think like...
No shit.
And I mean, I love how Yoey just backs artists as bands and lets them just do their thing. Like, I mean, I remember when he first showed us DMAs when he just signed them about 2 years ago, or 2.5 or 3 years ago, and I mean, he was just crazy about this song to lead. And I remember
He played it all night.
he played it all night. We were like, dude, stop. No, he just put the demo out straight up, released it on Triple J, and it's just gone off, and they're huge now. So that's another testament to him. He just backs bands, and it's great that someone's out there doing that.
Yeah. Hey guys, I think after tonight we all want to join Violent Soho, because you are undoubtedly having the best time of pretty much any act I've ever seen at the ARIAs. Congratulations on your win tonight.
Thank you, Randy.
Please thank Violent Soho, folks.